Me just realizing I was talking for like 5 minutes and I recorded nothing. Zilch. That's very... Anyways, I am filming like a reading vlog type thing. Nothing that is, you know, challenge based or like I'm not competing to complete a certain number of books or read a certain number of hours. I'm just reading because I feel like reading. And this week I started the Inheritance Games series, or is it called the Legacy? The Hawthorne Legacy series? I don't know. These books, you know them. If you're on Book Talk, this is one of the Book Talk loves, favorites, whatever. And I stand by this assessment. I should have known I would have liked this because last summer I read a duology by Jennifer Lynn Barnes and I ate it up. I absolutely loved the Debutante's duology that she has. It's so funny and cute. So, you know, me liking this is absolutely no surprise. I'm going to be reading her entire backlist, like entire backlist. I plan on buying everything that she's written. So stay tuned in the future for me talking about this author a lot more. But I finished this yesterday. I even tabbed it a little bit, which I've not tabbed anything. Like I usually just write in them or highlight and stuff. But I was like, oh, let me do like proper annotations or whatever. So that's what I did for this. And I'm just having such a good time. Like, I feel like so many people have read this. I haven't, and not that I've necessarily feeling FOMO with this one. I just, it's like it's my time, you know? And I'm happy that I'm reading it now and I didn't read it before because I'm having such a fabulous moment. And then I started Hawthorne Legacy last night and I'm not that far in, like 100 pages. But as you can see, I'm also tabbing this and I'm, yes, color coordinating them with the books because I think that's really cute. But yeah, I'm just reading this right now. And I ordered book 3 last night. I had to get it on Amazon because Indigo did not have paperbacks and I am absolutely not buying a hardcover. Like I'm done with hardcover. I say that knowing I'll end up having to buy hardcovers for other stuff. But if I can avoid it, I would just like to not own a hardcover book. I like paperbacks, okay? Like it's floppy, it's nice, I like the way it looks. There's something about a hardcover that just irks me, I don't know. But anyways, I am just going to be reading and chilling, and I guess I'll be filming that. So if that sounds like a fun time, like if you want to pick up a book and read with me as I read, welcome. Let's do it. This is our little reading corner on the internet. So yeah. Oh, I suppose I should talk about where I am in the book. I don't know if you've read or not read the Inheritance Games, and I don't want to like spoil it, so I'll talk a little bit about the first book and then kind of roughly where I am in the second book. So in the first book, Avery Grams essentially is summoned for the reading of a will. The strange thing is that she doesn't know the man who has requested her at the reading of the will, like the man who's passed away and who's now requesting her. She doesn't know him. His family does not know her, and she's just kind of like, who is this man? Why am I in his will? Why has he requested me? She thinks that she's some like lucky girl who's gonna get a couple, you know, $100 maybe. Until she basically inherits like everything this man owns, and the family doesn't really get that much, comparatively speaking, because this guy's like a billionaire. The family, you know, certain people get like 50,000, others 250,000, others 300,000. That's a lot of money, but like compared to what Avery gets, which is like everything else, hotels, private jets, security team, billions of dollars, they've gotten nothing. So they're obviously very upset, and they're like, who even is this girl who came and stole our inheritance? That is the Inheritance Games. But one thing that is really interesting about the man who passed away, the deceased, he's like the grandfather of this family, the patriarch for all intents and purposes, is that he's super interested in puzzles and riddles and just like mind games. So he basically left some breadcrumbs, a trail for the boys to follow, his 4 grandsons, Nash, Grayson, Jameson, and Xander. He left little breadcrumbs, and now they're following the trail alongside Avery, who's also trying to figure out what her connection to this man is, and she's also really good at like puzzle stuff. Yeah, so they're, you know, trying to solve the big question. And the way the first book ended, like, it wasn't super big cliffhanger. It was kind of just like, but also like, I'm shocked, but I'm not surprised. Yeah, that was the kind of vibe. Because I was like, there's no way that this is just like, you know, like, who just gives their inheritance to somebody? Like, nobody does that. Nobody. So now I'm in the second book, and the question of like who Avery is was kind of and kind of not answered. Kind of and kind of not. But now there's a second little investigation that they're doing in relation to another relative that is connected to the grandfather, who's like the patriarch who passed away, and potentially connected to somebody else in the story that's kind of central. There's a lot going on, but Jameson, Avery just went to talk with Skylar at the hotel. I'm trying to be like really discreet, but I don't like Skylar. Skylar and Zara are quite literally the worst. The worst. And like, Skylar just pissed me off because I'm like, you don't deserve what you have, you know? But anyways, I'm gonna get back to reading because I want to know what's gonna happen after that comment that she just made on page 90 to 100, 99 to 100. This woman. Let's get into it.
I got bare necessities, trying to make sense of all of this. Any drug for all of these, put it in a drug for Pagliacci. Tears of a clown, wearing me down. Doctor, I need you now. I need you now. Cause if I take another step, make another move, oh, the world is moving, oh, I might fall down. Oh, I might fall down. Cause if I take another step, make another move, oh, the world is moving, oh, I might fall down. Oh, I might fall down. I must have gone crazy when baby say go gaga. Queen of classic quarrels.
I'm not really in a reading mood right now, and I feel like part of it is kind of just like a bit of a slump from the first two books in like the Inheritance Games series thing. I don't know, I'm just like not committed to reading the Final Gambit right now, so I thought I would watch a movie instead, something that I'm like familiar with. This is Princess Protection Program. It has Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato, and I used to watch this all the time when I was younger, and I wanted to be like the princess, so that's what I'm watching right now, like literally as we speak. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll start reading again like tomorrow. Sometimes having nails is more of a problem than anything, so I become incapable of doing simple tasks like opening a can of kombucha. Cheers. Actually, this is not kombucha, this is ginger beer. super gingery. If you don't like ginger, would not recommend. Let's chat. It's a little dark in terms of lighting, but I hope you guys don't mind. Today is Saturday, so this video is going up tomorrow, so I need to like finish editing. But I wanted to just like wrap up the video, chat about the books that I read. I didn't like start the video with the inheritance games, but this really started it all. I think I talked about how I started tabbing, really enjoyed that, and then I finished the Hawthorne Legacy like 2 days ago, I think, and I tabbed this one quite a bit. I really enjoyed this book. I saw a lot of people had some qualms. They kind of said that this was not as good as the first book, and they think it just went downhill. Personally, I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4.5 stars. I had a fantastic time with this, and I think I just really enjoy books that focus on family. Obviously, like, we're in the Hawthorne house, like, we are seeing a lot of the brothers, Nash, Grayson, Jameson, and Xander, and then also we have Avery kind of coming into the mix, Avery and Libby's relationship, and then also Avery's relationship to like her parents and Libby's and like the Hawthorne brothers, and then also their dads. Like, there's just so much family going on. There's hate, there's bitterness, but there's also love and care and tenderness, and I just love seeing it. Earlier, I was thinking about how I love how emotional books can make a person. Like, you really get to experience a whole bunch of emotions: frustration, joy, you know, eagerness, like fear, and you're not even the person who's like really going through certain things. You're just kind of following them as they go through those things. But if an author can really, you know, pull those emotions out of you, then they're doing something right. And I just love being able to experience so many different things without actually having to experience it myself. And I feel like books just give me that opening. So I had such a brilliant time with this. And I'm now reading the third book, which I haven't gotten super far into. I'm 110 pages in. This is the Final Gambit. This is actually not the last book, because apparently there is another book coming out. It has a black cover. I am blanking on the name. It's coming out in like late August, which is great because like I'm still pretty fresh with the series. I get a big break from, you know, the first 3 books, and then I can hop into that. I will say I'm terrified because I haven't finished this, but I was looking at like general reviews of this book and then people commenting on the book coming out, and everyone keeps saying hashtag justice for Grayson. Like, what is gonna happen to Grayson in this book that, you know, merits that kind of response? I don't know. And I'm scared because I love Grayson. I'm terrified, okay? Like, I just want to read this, feel some sense of peace, some sense of calm and closure, and I feel like I'm not gonna get that because there's another book. And if there's another book, that means I'm not getting closure. So yeah, that's that. That's my reading currently. But also today, I mean, the plan was to go to Inglewood and to do some reading at this cafe that I always hang out at, but I don't know the name of. Like, I don't know the name of. And I did do that. I think I forgot to film though. It was so busy because there's apparently a festival, it's called Sunfest, that's going on, or that was going on today. I didn't know about it. I kind of just showed up and saw people everywhere, and I was like, okay. So yeah, it was just super crowded and busy at the cafe, and because of that, I didn't really want to whip out my phone and be like filming and stuff. But I also went to the Esker Foundation. They have a solo exhibit on right now, so if you live in Calgary, check that out. And then I obviously had to visit some record shops, and I did in fact get a record, which this is reckless of me because there's absolutely no reason, but I had to. When I saw this record, I was like, I have to get it, and it is Gentleman by Fela Kuti. Oh my gosh, like, y'all, I'm putting this on tonight, but I'm really excited about this. And then what else did I get? Also a $5 bin. I found a black skirt, and then I got these are like jorts, but I'm gonna cut them because as much as I love the jort trend, I think it's cute and I really like the way they look on other people. I don't think I'm a jort girly. I don't think it would look nice on me, so I'm gonna probably make these shorter, so they're not like long jorts. They're like mid-length to short shorts, you know what I mean? But I also found this belt that has eagles on it. So cool. So that's me. That's my little wrap up. Thank you guys for joining me for some reading and some other activities, I suppose. And I hope to see you next week with another vlog.